The vignette stripe is probably the only visual element that you will keep permanently on the screen. It is composed of 3 action buttons and also vignettes, which are either icon or short text for the command icon palettes. The first button, the control button, is used to move the vignette stripe around, okay, by click and drag. If you just click, you have a pop-up menu displaying various options. One option is to change the size of the vignette. Okay, so I use medium on my laptop, but you have other options like open the master toolbar manager and so on. The second button is about the quick finder. So this functionality is just to retrieve a command or an icon or a menu by a name. So if I type join, I get all the join push-pull. So this will be described in a separate video. And the third action button is this, what we call a full screen mode, which is a way to switch temporarily to a mode where you have less visual elements on the screen, and which you can configure by doing a right click and access the clean screen configuration. Lot comes with a default mode called Over. So in this mode, if you want to access a palette, you just mouse over a vignette and it is temporarily shown. Okay, so if you click on an icon, then the palette will disappear and you get to the execution of the command. In this mode, if you click on a vignette, you show the palette permanently. Okay, you can move it around, and you have then the palette, so you can put it where you want, but it is displayed permanently regardless of the over palette. So over to show it temporarily, and click to show it permanently. By the way, when it is shown permanently, it is at the size you specify by resizing the vignette, whereas when you over, it is fully expanded. Okay, so anyway, you can always mouse wheel to show all the command when a palette is displayed permanently. As an alternative, you have a click mode in Lord of the Toolbars, which you can configure by going to the default parameters. This is the first option. So if you select the click mode, then nothing happens when you mouse over the vignette. You have to click to make it appear. Okay, so this is more like a menu where you have to click. So you click and you get the palette showing up. If you want to make a palette permanently visible, you double click. Okay. So this can be convenient to some users because it's more similar to the way a menu would work. You have another way to display a palette, which is called the cycle mode. So usually you assign a shortcut to the menu entry, which is in Tool, Lord of the Toolbar, and Cycle through Palette. So here I have assigned W. So if I press W once, the palette will show in sequence, so that it's relatively quick to select a palette. If you click outside or if you press escape, you exit the cycle mode and the palette will disappear. By default, the palette will appear at the center of the screen, but you have other options to, for example, make it appear at the mouse location. So if you do that, the palette will show centered on the mouse. You can change this behavior by going to the default parameters, palette position when cycling. Okay, you have either to you can center it on screen. Okay, so now it is centered on screen for all palettes, or you can for those who want have it at the user-defined position. So the user-defined position is the position where you put manually the palette. Okay, so this is the position where when you click on a vignette, the palette will be displayed permanently. So in this cycling mode, when you do that, you show the palette where they are. Okay. Note that they always appear expanded so that you can select any icon. You have a third mode to invoke palettes, which is called the vignette stripe pop-up. So you have a menu entry in the lot menu, which is pop-up the vignette stripe, which I have assigned a shortcut V. So when you type V, the vignette stripe and a palette will pop up. Here in the center of screen, you have the option to pop up at the mouse position as well. And you can, of course, select a command or go to another palette. Okay, whether hovering or clicking, if you are in click mode. The interesting option with this mode is that you can use the arrow to cycle on palette, but you can also use letters. So, for example, this palette is called splines. Okay, so if I exit, so you exit the pop-up mode by clicking elsewhere or by pressing escape, and of course by selecting a command. So now if I type V followed by S, I go directly to the spline palette. So somehow this gives you shortcuts based on 2 keys or 3 keys for calling a palette directly. Indeed, you still have direct shortcut to palette. So if you edit visual a palette property, you see that here this palette has been assigned the shortcut F5. Okay, so when I press F5, I get the palette directly. Okay, so the vignette stripe pop-up mode is convenient because it gives you in the center of screen or near to the mouse, it gives you a quick way to access any palette. It shows the last palette displayed in pop-up mode by default as the first one, and it also gives you shortcuts with one or two, with 2 or 3 keys. It's worth having a look at the default parameters to configure the behavior of the vignette stripe. So go to the control button and choose default parameters. So if we review those who are related to the functioning of the vignette stripe, so the first one and most important is hover or click mode. And you have also this option of show no more than one palette at any time. So this option is interesting in the case where the user-defined position of palettes overlap or are exactly at the same place. So when you use this option, you are sure that only one palette will be shown at a time. So if they overlap, you will also always see the active palette. So what else? So you have here the delay to drop down palette from the vignette stripe. So usually it's a short delay. Again, so by default it is 0 seconds, which means that when you hover a vignette, immediately the palette will drop down. You may want to set it to something longer. The reason is that if you move quickly the mouse over, you will see, and you have a 0 delay, you will see the palette popping up. If you put a little bit of delay, then you can move the mouse over a vignette without dropping. Same thing if you go across. Okay, if you put it to 0, which is the default, and you go across, you see that the palette will immediately pop up. So this can be convenient. And delay to automatically dismiss the drop-down palette. I put it here by default to 5 seconds. You choose. If you put over 999, it means the palette will stay. So the principle is that if you display a palette and you do nothing, after 5 seconds or the time specified, it will be removed. Okay, so that's an option you choose. And palette position when drop down. So as I said, you can drop it below the vignette, centered, or user defined. It's really depend on you. By the way, if you put the vignette stripe at the bottom, okay, the palette will display above the vignette stripe. Okay. So you have size of the vignette stripe, small, medium, and so. You have what we have seen, the position of the vignette stripe in pop-up mode, and the palette position when drop down in pop-up mode, okay, which you can have below vignette or center the screen. And I think in cycling mode you have the same thing, so you can include the story and the palettes which are not part of the vignette stripe in the cycling mode or not. Okay. So these are a number of options. It's useful to have a look and choose the one which fits best your preferences. One thing for anything you do with the configuration, whether creating palettes or changing the option in the default parameter, it is recommended to on Windows to have only one option, one instance of SketchUp open, because if you have several and you do it in several places, then the parameters will maybe wrongly saved, because the last instance of SketchUp will of course save the parameters. Okay, so be careful with that. So this concludes this video on the behavior of the vignette stripe. Enjoy SketchUp and Lord of the Toolbars.